Well, hello and happy Groundhog Day to everybody. This is my first video in a while again, but I'm going to start putting a few more extras up. This video is for a Cobi Citroen Traction 7C, a 1934 version. Let me show you the instruction booklet. Very pleasant to build. No issues, no problems with any parts. The little dog was kind of cute. They added him as a additional thing. Once again, there's. I'll give you a good look at this. Hopefully, it interests some people into buying and building these, and maybe making mods and adjusting them. Alrighty, why did I buy this car? Besides it being on sale, I was asked by a few people to make more World War II oriented videos, and I am, but to make things more realistic, it'd be nice to have automobiles also, as they were involved in society as they were in the 1930s and 40s. Most of them were used during the war, and here is the finished product. Here's that doggy I was telling you about. Let me take him out. Is he cool or what? I put him in my hand. Maybe look at this. No, it doesn't work. Okay, there we go. The car also comes with a figure, a gentleman driving the car. I'll let you look at him. Put it up close enough for you to see. This is a four-place car, meaning it's a saloon or coupe, and it has 2 seats in the front and 2 seats in the back. That's called a rumble seat. That's from the 1930s. American cars have them, as did European cars. What is so special about this car? Well, let me go and look at the little notes that I made. It came out in 1934. It has a 1628 cm four-cylinder engine putting out 48.3 horsepower. Then they maxed it up and they put a larger engine in it that has, I'm trying to find here. Oh boy, no, it's still this one. This one don't have the 6-cylinder. This has the 4-cylinder. The top speed on this car is 62.1 miles an hour. What is so special about this car? Monocoque construction. What is that? Unibody. Mostly every car today is unibody construction. That means there's no subframe on which to place a frame to put the actual body of the car on. The body is a frame. A good example, my Chevy Equinox that I have, that I own, thank God I don't have to pay car payments, is a unibody construction. But it has some other things because it's an SUV, so it's basically a light truck frame. This is a car frame. This car also had independent forward suspension. Like I said, front wheel drive, which was novel and something radically different. And it was a very quick car. And this car also had an early version of what we now call a CVT transmission. Automatic, I would say, rather than a stick. This car had very good handling and could take corners well because of its unibody construction, the independent suspension, and its front wheel drive. Basically, you drive this old car from 1934, compare it to something today, with the exception of a manual transmission, which I believe this particular one had. I don't know if this one had the CVT transmission in it. You're looking at basically a car that you would be driving now. Mostly all the cars are unibody. You don't have the subframe on it like you would on pickup trucks, you do, but not on these. And if you look at it close up, you could see the body is the whole thing. It was a radical design. The car itself, I'm trying to find a gentleman that was a designer. I don't know if I wrote that down in my notes. But he died in 1935, and Michelin took over control of Citroen and basically started to mass produce. Let me put the rumble seat down. Okay, with the rumble seat down, there's a full profile of the actual car, minus the rumble seat up with the doggy in it. These cars, I mean, were very easy to drive, extremely maneuverable, and quick. They could reach a top speed, like I said, of 60. What did I I said it was 62.1 miles an hour. It's a 1.6 liter engine. I found it. Sorry, I went and I did write down. It's a 1.6 liter four cylinder engine, putting out 48.3 horsepower. A similar engine now with a turbocharger could put out close to 200 horsepower, but turbocharging is still in its infancy and mainly used for race cars and aircraft engines. Same with supercharging. But this is a clean vehicle. It's very nice. You notice the headlights are part of the body. They're not hanging off a wire like other cars. And really nice. They produced this car until I believe 1941, and then the Nazis stopped the production. But both the Nazis, I should say Germans, I'm not going to go use that term. That's getting ridiculous. Everybody's going crazy uttering that word. The Germans and the French resistance both used these vehicles because they were so drivable, they were durable, they could survive, and they're unique. They had a lot of different things about them. If you want to know more about this vehicle, I just started to look because I had to do backup info for this car. Look at Jay Leno's garage. He owns a few of these Citroen traction cars, and he took one out for a ride. I saw a video, and they're really neat. I mean, for what they are, and they've held up pretty well, most of them, and it is kind of a piece of automotive history then. It was used by the resistance and the Gestapo in occupied France. Citroen also made trucks for Germany, too. There's a little side story with that. It's a monocoque design. There's no frame chassis, which is unibody construction. Very modern, though, for what it did. And the thing is, this car was extremely innovative. And what made it better is the French company Citroen actually produced them, mass produced them, and sold them. Citroen were kind of like admirers of Ford with the construction of the assembly line, and they applied that to their vehicle. And like Ford was innovative in a lot of respects, Citroen was extremely innovative. You look at this car, let me open the doors up and get a look at the inside. Yeah. Yeah. These doors are kind of funky, but here, I'll give you a side view and you can see the gentleman driving the vehicle. I think Cobi has some more of these Citroens. I'm going to see if they do. I'm going to try to get them and build them. Like I said, somebody was asking me if I would do more World War II stuff, and it's good to have vehicles besides tanks and planes if you want to kind of set a diorama of what World War II would have looked like and stuff, as far as vehicles on hand and things that you would have seen. And that's this thing, the Citroen Traction 7C. And it's in 135 scale. And any other things that I've missed here? The thing that made these great was the engineering. The engineering was brilliant for what these cars were and the way they turned out. And they are still available. You could find them. And these are old. They're 80 some years old. The one that Jay Leno had in the video that I saw, I mean, there was actually no deteriorative rust that would actually deteriorate over the years on the bottom of this car. It was clean. They did some stuff to clean it up, and he was driving it around. But they're very easy to drive. Their manual transmissions were pretty easy, and if you never drove a stick shift, I think you could drive one of these. But just the overall looks of the car, I mean, nice vehicle, really nice. And Citroen made some really cool vehicles for the 1970s. So they innovative. Some of the stuff was eccentric, but overall, I mean, they made good cars, and this was probably one of their best. Very popular in Europe and other places also. Let me give you a view of it like that. It is called the Citroen Traction 7C, and this is a Cobi 135th scale kit. And I have another video coming out, World War II air combat, probably today. I have to put it together. Basically, I was going to just go and do something that you would normally kind of do, a German plane versus American plane, but this one, I did a little bit of thinking, and it's in a British fighter plane versus an Italian fighter plane battling for the skies over Malta. Malta is an island in the Mediterranean, eastern Mediterranean, close to Egypt. Supply line island for British forces fighting in North Africa. Well, I'll go more into it when I do the video of the two planes, but that is coming too. I hope you weren't bored by this and you enjoyed this video. And if you did and you like these kind of vehicles and get a chance to build, I wouldn't just build the military stuff. I'd look at some of these classic vehicles too. Well, that's it for this video, and I will be seeing you shortly in my next video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy.